Want to know what Tilly and the Buttons got up to in 2022 and want a sneaky peek of what's to come next year? Then keep watching. Hi, I'm Tilly. I'm the founder and director of Tilly and the Buttons, and we make gorgeous, easy to use guides to sewing your own clothes. And at this time of year, coming to the end of the year, I always like to get a bit reflective and look back at everything that we have achieved over the last 12 months and what the year as a whole has looked like. Now, 2022 has been another challenging one. It's probably been the most challenging year that I faced as a small business owner in the last decade of running a business. We have just come out of the pandemic, which is fantastic, but we've seen a whole host of new challenges for various reasons. We are now in a recession, and at the same time we are seeing spiraling costs behind the scenes. You've probably heard lots of other small businesses talking about these issues. You've probably seen a lot of small businesses closing over the last few months. It's been genuinely heartbreaking. Some lovely small craft businesses that are close to my heart have closed in the past few months. We have certainly been feeling this at Tilly and the Buttons. It's been very difficult behind the scenes. However, we are not going anywhere. We are determined to continue with our mission to encourage and inspire and empower more people to sew their own clothes. And over the past year, despite all these challenges, our team has kept their heads down and created some gorgeous sewing goodies that we have shared with you across the year. So let's take a little look at what we have done. So we released 4 new sewing pattern designs this year. The first one, right at the beginning of 2022, was the Pearl cardigan. So this is a V-neck wrap cardigan with 3 different sleeve options. So if I show you the tech drawing on the back, you've got a regular straight sleeve, a full length balloon sleeve, or a short sleeve. And it's all finished with hem bands, neck bands, cuffs, so you don't have any issues with wibbly hems, which means that it's a really good one if you're not that confident sewing with knits. This is a lovely style for this season at the moment, so nice and cozy, maybe something to sew over the winter season. The second new design that we released was the Erin dungarees, which I absolutely love. This is a style that I wear a lot. So the Erin dungarees you can do in 3 lengths. So you've got short, cropped or long. They're lovely loose fitting dungas, a little bit of shaping through some princess seams. You've got 2 different strap options at the top. One of the things I love the most about this pattern is just the sheer range of fabrics that you can make it in. So you could go with something like a stable woven, like a needle cord, or a linen for something a bit lighter in the summer. You can also make it in something drapier, like a viscose tencel blend, something like that. So this version here is, I think it was like a viscose linen twill or something, some kind of drapey blend like that. So it gives a different silhouette. And then this one has been made in a French terry. So you can go for a sort of structured knit like a terry or a ponte as well, for something really cozy. So that was the Erin dungarees. Absolutely love that. And it's very simple to make. And the other great thing about this is that we made a full free sew along, all videos that Abby filmed showing you how to sew these dungarees, and that was with thanks to sponsorship from Janome. So that could be a really nice project to get stuck into over the Christmas holidays if you've got a few days off. Then, what a dream, we launched the Coralie swimsuit. So this is another very versatile pattern. You can do it as a 2-piece bikini, a 1-piece. You've got choice of 2 different scoop backs. You can do it with or without ruffles. There's leg ruffle option as well as the beautiful neckline ruffles. So you can do it really, really simple like this, just a sort of classic bikini and swimsuit, or you can go show stopping with these beautiful ruffles. So this pattern was the second collaboration that we have done with the lingerie and swimwear designer Evie Lalouve. Hannah was brilliant to work with. She helped design the pattern, she drafted it, created the instructions, and then she also taught for us an online workshop So if you fancy sewing swimwear and you just want someone to hold your hand throughout the whole process, then take a look at our Learn to Sew Swimwear online workshop. She takes you through the whole process and shares all her expertise, lots and lots of tips and tricks. So that is a beautiful one. And this, I think one of my favourite parts of the year last year was the photo shoot that we did for this, the model shoot. We just made the most beautiful, dreamy images, so they're worth taking a look at. I was just swooning for weeks afterwards, and I still am every time I look back at them. And then the final new pattern design that we released was in the autumn. We released the Marnie blouse and dress. So this is my new favourite pattern, and by the looks of it on social media, it's lots of your new favourite patterns as well. No, that's not a sentence. Lots of you would agree that it's your new favourite pattern. Something like that. You know what I mean. It's become a bit of a cult favourite. Lots of people have been falling in love with this. We've had such an amazing response. And a common refrain that we hear is people make one, wear it and say, I've already cut out 3 more. I love it so much. One of the lovely things about this pattern is that you can keep it really, really simple. You can leave off all the details if you want, like the ruffles. That's basically, there's a shoulder ruffle, there's a neckline frill, and there's these undulating tucks, but all of those details are optional. So you can keep it really simple if you want to, and just create a really simple, beautiful floaty blouse. Or you can go crazy and learn how to do these undulating tucks, which really aren't as tricky as you might think. And I have a video showing you how to make them. This kind of blouse or dress with these romantic details, the floaty details, the ruffles, is going to be really, really big in spring and summer 2023. So I think that this is going to be a hit next year as well from Marnie. Love that one. So those are the products that we've released in 2022. We have also continued to share amazing free content throughout the year. It's always been important to us right from the beginning when I started Tilly and the Buttons as a blog in my flat on my own at home with no idea that this would turn into a business one day. We have always shared lots of free sewing tutorials, tips and inspiration to inspire and encourage more people to get into sewing their own clothes and to learn new skills as they do so. So this year we've shared a whole wealth of content, both from me and from our amazing content producer Abby. All sorts of topics such as sewing tutorials, fitting tips. We've shared tips for working with different types of fabrics, including we had a guest post from Lena King on tips for sewing with Ankara or African wax print fabric. So check that one out if you haven't seen it already. Also some lifestyle tips such as my #1 tip for speedy sewing and how to motivate yourself to sew when your sojo is low. So aside from content and products, what else have we been up to? In March, we donated £3,700 to the British Red Cross Ukraine Refugee Appeal. We also exhibited at our first show since before the pandemic. So we went to the Knitting and Stitching show at Alexandra Palace in London. And that was just it was so lovely to get back out there and to be able to talk to our customers face to face. We saw some lovely old faces who have visited us from time to time over the years, which was really nice, and also some new customers, so that was great. And thank you to everyone who came to say hi at the show. We also, shortly after that, we actually moved studio, so we're in the same building in South London, but we moved to a different unit. Our old unit was really noisy and it was just a little bit too big as well, so we just downsized slightly and basically went onto the top floor, this newly refurbished area of the building, which is much snazzier, much quieter. We've got a lovely breakout space outside and the whole team absolutely loves our new office, so I must film it early next year to show you around. Another big win of the year was we have added captions to all of our online workshops, so they are up now. And also we launched some sewing merch. So we launched these sweatshirt sewing kits. I'm wearing one of them, so there's 2 colorways. They are still available if you're interested. So it's this beautiful brushed, really soft French terry. It's everything you need to make this sweatshirt, including this decal. It's one of a kind. It was designed by the amazing award-winning illustrator Liz Harry. It says stay home and sew. It also comes in a peacock colourway as well, which is a beautiful tealy colour. And then we also launched these, again the design was commissioned by Liz Harry. So it says Sojo Juice, and it's got lots of lovely little sewing details around it. So this is the perfect mug to have on your sewing table to motivate yourself to sew. It will make a great Christmas gift, but also a gift for yourself. So what's to come in 2023? Well, 2023, at the beginning of the year, we're actually going to celebrate 10 years of Tilly and the Buttons sewing patterns. I can't believe it's been a whole decade since I launched the first ever pattern, which was the Matilda blouse, if you remember that, button back blouse with some lovely little tucks down the front. I had no idea that this would grow into a full-time job, a full-time business, with a whole team working with me as well. But anyway, I'll talk about that a bit more nearer the time. We are going to have some really fun things to share with you to celebrate that anniversary, so look out for that towards the beginning of the year. We've also got some lovely sewing patterns that are in the works for you. So the first one is at the printers at the moment, so it's coming really soon. It is actually a relaunch of a classic Tilly and the Buttons design, which has been out of print for a few years, and we thought it'd be really great to bring it back because it's basically one of those wardrobe staple pieces, but it's also something that teaches core sewing skills, great for sort of upping your game a little bit, but it's also not too tricky, I promise. I'll stop talking about that. You'll see very soon what it's going to be. The second design of the year is going to be going out to external testers really soon. So in January we'll be at the testing stage, and we'll be doing the photo shoots as well. So it's basically nearly done. It's it's lovely. It's really pretty design. I think you're going to love it. Then the summer release, again, it's in the works. We have already got the first master pattern drafted, so for the lower end of the size range. The second master pattern, as I'm filming this, our pattern cutter is working on that at the moment, so that's coming in the summer. It's very different to the other releases, but it's something that I think you're going to really like. And then the final pattern of the year, so that will be the autumn 2023 patterns, already sketched up, written the brief, and in the next few weeks that is going to go into production. Yes, that is how far ahead we work on our sewing patterns. But for now, Team Buttons are taking a very well-deserved break. They've worked really hard over the past 12 months. They've been absolute superstars. So yeah, they're just gonna have a nice little break to gear up for next year. So we've got lots of lovely ideas for you. Before I go, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who has supported us over the past 12 months. I know it's been a tricky year for lots of you out there, as well as us as a business. It hasn't been easy. We appreciate your support now more than ever. So whether you have ordered something from our online shop or bought something from one of our stockists, whether you have shared your mates on social media, or recommended us to a friend, or even we've been getting some really lovely heartfelt emails from customers showing their support recently, which has just been really nice. Just apropos of nothing, out of nowhere, they just write this lovely email saying how much they appreciate what we do, and we really appreciate that feedback and all your support. We are a small team passionate about spreading sewing far and wide and getting more people into making their own clothes. It really does mean a lot to us. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely Christmas if you celebrate, or anything else that you're doing over the next week in the festive period. And here's to a wonderful 2023. Thanks for watching. Bye.